Hi guys, this is Joker, and I'm joined here by Phreak, and we're going to talk about the upcoming League of Legends tournament here at MLG Providence. So the heavy favorite coming into this tournament is Dignitas.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're going to live up to the expectations the community has for them?
I think it's pretty likely. They're certainly a really strong team. They've been just coming off a couple of tournament wins. But Epic and Solo Mid are two other really heavy favorites, and Reflex coming in as well in that fourth place slot. I think they are the favorites. They're the likely winners, but I think this is really anyone's tournament.
So Reflex kind of snuck in at the very last moment. What do you think they're going to have to do in order to exceed the expectations everybody has for them?
I think they have what it takes to place well in this tournament. Certainly they could show up and win out of nowhere. That's kind of what Dignitas did a few months back when they suddenly won a LAN tournament out of being like kind of a B-tier American team. And I think Reflex has the same possibility there as well. They certainly qualified for a top 4 tournament like MLG. That's really impressive. That's hard to do. So they're certainly a good team. They're really good players. They're players that you would know when you play high-elo League of Legends. So they have what it takes. It's just how well do they coordinate? We've seen a lot of other teams make it to a LAN scene and then just not have the coordination or the strategies required. I think you could see Reflex just do it, and it's the first time they get to prove themselves, and so they're kind of an unknown more than an underdog, I think.
So when we were talking earlier, you also said that you expect the metagame to change for this tournament. What do you hope to see, or what do you expect to see in this tournament?
There's a lot of new things coming on very recently into League of Legends. Things like Tryndamere solo top, and then the counter to him is Teemo. And you see LeBlanc starting to get played a lot as well. TSM Reginald's been playing LeBlanc a lot. And you're seeing a lot more of these just crazy picks you never would have seen in a tournament. People are starting to really choose champions that are individually do really cool things, not just, well, this is safe and fits our team comp. And that's just starting to happen now. The most recent patch players have really started to run those kind of champions, and they sort of realized, well, this works. This has worked forever. It wasn't like a change in the game that did it. It's just these champions have always existed and always kind of worked. And I know the European scene has done that a lot as well for maybe a little bit more time than the North American one. But you might see just a completely new slew of champions that you've just never seen before because they've always been strong and they're building comps around those champions as opposed to just around a sort of ideal team comp type situation. And I think Team Solo Mid, Epic, I'm almost going to name all of them, really. All of them actually have the chance to do that because, Reflex is unknown. Solo Mid's the one who's running LeBlanc. Dignitas Voyboy loves, Wukong, for example. They've always done really crazy things. And Epic just always throws things just everywhere all the time. So all these teams really are the 4 teams you would want to watch to do cool things in NA. So I'm actually really excited for this tournament.
So what do you think what are your opinions of MLG Providence so far? What do you think of the setup? What do you think of all the people here?
I think it's really awesome. The doors haven't quite opened yet, so I haven't seen the crowd just yet. I've kind of seen outside the convention center. The convention center itself is massive. It's really cool, and it's great to have League of Legends here, of course. But this is my first MLG, and I mean, just looking at it, it's like this is only for gaming, and it's huge. And I've been to conventions and stuff before, and that's fine. But this is just for tournament play, and it's gigantic. And this is really the first of this kind of thing I've seen, and it's really awesome.
So the other thing is League of Legends obviously has an enormous audience. Do you think there's a chance that the online viewership for League of Legends will surpass that of StarCraft?
I think there's always a chance that we have a ton of players, and we're so happy to, of course, have you guys playing League of Legends and watching the tournament as well. There's always a chance. I would love to see record-shattering numbers. That's always a goal. All I can really say is I hope so.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, Phreak.